Only big companies like SAP, IBM, Oracle, Microsoft, Epicor, and Sage Group provide ERP software solutions, and they cost in excess of tens of thousands of dollars per year. Okay, so today I'm going to show you how you can build your very own ERP solution, either for yourself as a business owner or for your client as a web designer, with all the features you'll ever need, and all of this for just $2.99 per month. So this way, if you're a business owner, you'll save thousands of dollars, and if you're a web designer, you can charge thousands of dollars to build such solution. Okay, so let me show you. Okay guys, so the very first step is to take care of our hosting and domain name registration. So for this, simply click on the very first link in the description below where it says Get Hosting Here. Now, it's important that you use that link because it will bring you to a co-branded page that we have with Hostinger, which will give you access to 75% discount. And if you use the coupon code MrWeb at checkout, you'll get an extra 10% discount on top. So simply click on this link here. And this is going to bring you to this page. And again, this is a co-branded page that we have with Hostinger. So special prices, obviously, no special discount. If you scroll down the page, you'll find different plans. So as you can see, start from only $2.99 per month. Next one up is $3.99, and then the cloud startup is $9.99. So what's the difference between those three? Well, basically is the performances and the speed. So as you can see, this one is standard performance, this one is up to 5 times faster, and this one up to 10 times faster. So now it depends on the amount of resources that you need. If you're only running one website, this one is absolutely fine. Now, if you're running multiple websites and also maybe e-commerce website, you might want to consider either this one or this one, depending on the amount of traffic and visitors that you're expecting every month. And also with Hostinger, you get a lot of free stuff. You know, you get free SSL certificate, free email, and also a free domain name. These options normally are paid with most web hosting companies, so in this case you get those for free as well. And if you go for the business plan here, you get free CDN as well, Content Delivery Network. Now obviously they provide you with daily backup and weekly backup. As you can see, the entry level here is weekly backup, so they will back up your website once a week. If you go for the $3.99 one, you'll get a daily backup as well. So every day you have a full backup of your website. So feel free to select any of those plans. You can start with the $2.99 one, and you can always upgrade to the next one up later down the line if you need more resources. So let's get started with this one here. So click on Add to Cart. And from here, you're going to select your billing cycle. So as you can see, it goes from 12 months to 48 months. Obviously, the longer your billing cycle, the more you're going to save. As you can see, it's $2.99 per month, but here you're going to save $432. Here, $216, and right here, $108. So what does that mean exactly? Well, basically, if you lock in your price at $2.99 for a year, after that, you will renew at $9.99. If you select 24 months, you will renew at $7.99, and 48 months, you will renew at $6.99. So basically for 4 years, you're going to pay $2.99 per month instead of $6.99. So feel free to select any of those. So let's continue on with the 48 months deal here, okay? So we scroll down the page, you can create your account, you select your payment method, and right here, we have a quick overview of how much it's going to cost you. So as you can see here, the normal price should be $707 down to $176. So this is a massive saving, isn't it? Now I also have a coupon code for you. So here, type in MrWeb. So there you go. And as you can see, the normal price $176.53, including taxes. Now let's apply this. And as you can see, now it's only $158.88. So that means that you get to enjoy a massive discount of 78%. And then after this, proceed to checkout. And now you can log into your account. So let's do this together. So simply enter your email address and password, and let's log in. So this is your Hostinger dashboard. And right here on top, as you can see, you can claim your free domain. So for this, let's click on Claim Domain. And right there, you're going to type the domain name that you want to register. So for instance, your domain name, okay? And then select your extension. As you can see, you have .in for India, .me for personal websites, .com, this is the most popular one, obviously. You also have .net, .xyz, .help, .host. So select the one that suits your type of business. So let's go ahead with .com as an example here. And then we're going to check the availability. So let's click on this. And as you can see, this one is already taken. So you might have to look for a different variation of your domain name. So in our case here, we're just going to try to register Learn with MrWeb, okay, as a .com. So again, let's check the availability. So this one is available. So we're going to claim our domain, okay? So let's do this together. So let's claim our domain. And then by law, you have to enter your details here, obviously, you know, because you have to know who's registering the domain name. So let's click on the next step. So I'm going to fill this out very quickly. So there you go. And now finish registration. Very good. So now let's click continue. Very good. As you can see, the email verification is pending at the moment. So basically go to your mailbox and click on the link that's inside that email. So we have done that already. So now we can refresh. Very good. As you can see, now it's active and verified as well. Now we can set up our server. So we go back home here. So depending on which plan you purchase, maybe premium, business or cloud, you will see one of those sections here, okay? So when it's not set up yet, you will have a button like this one just next to it. So again, it could be premium, business or cloud. Either of those is absolutely fine, you know? So now click on setup. Now we're going to click on start now. And right here, you're going to go through a few different questions. It's like a setup wizard, basically, you know, to help you set up your hosting. So as you can see, you have a few questions here. What are you creating the website for? So you can select either of those, or you can skip altogether. I would advise that you skip this one altogether, you know. Right here, what are you going to do? Are you going to create a new website or migrate a website? Well, in our case, we're going to create a new website. So select this. So do you want to build this with AI or ourselves? Well, we're going to build this ourselves. So just skip this step altogether now. And you're going to select your domain. So normally it should show up automatically, but if you have more than one domain registered, you might click on the drop-down menu and select the one that you want to assign to this, and then click select. And now right here, you're going to select your server. So this should be normally the nearest either to you or to your target audience. So let's say if you're based in United States, selling to people in the United States, well, you select either of those two here. But maybe you're based in the United States, maybe selling exclusively in Europe, in which case you might select one of those servers here, okay? So because we're based in Ireland here, we can select either Netherlands or maybe United Kingdom. So United Kingdom should be nearest. So let's click on this and now click change. Very good. And now we're going to finish our setup. So as you can see, now it's taking care of everything. We can see the progress line. So now as you can see, it's installing the SSL certificate for us automatically. Very good. So we're done already. As you can see, well done. You are ready. So from here, you can either go and see your website. So we don't need that because we haven't built anything yet. So we're going to go back to our control panel. Okay, so let's click on manage site. Very good. So we're back to our hosting dashboard. So now we're going to install our main solution. So for this, we go to website and then auto installer. And then scroll down the page. As you can see, you have all these different options here: WordPress, WooCommerce, Joomla. But this time, I'm going to select other here. So we're going to select a different solution than those three. So click select. And right here, as you can see, you can look for a specific application. So here, just type DOLI, and you'll find this one here, Dolly Bar. So this is the one we're going to install, okay? So click select. Okay, so first we're going to type our website name. So whatever it is, you know, it could be your business name or something like that. Make sure your admin email address is correct. And here we're going to create our credentials. So username and password, and then click advanced here. And then you can tweak this around as well. So make sure you select the right domain name if you have multiple domain names. Okay, so make sure it's learnwithmrweb.com. You don't add any subdirectory. And here we're going to create a new database altogether. Okay, so after this, click next. So here you can select any of those versions. I would recommend you select the latest, obviously, that's the most up-to-date. And right here, you can select either of those two options. You can update manually yourself later or always update to the latest version. If you want it to be completely hassle-free, if it's not for yourself, it's for a client, or even you don't have time, select this one here, always update to the latest available version, and then click install. So there you go. As you can see, the installation process has started. So this is going to take a few seconds. So very good. Now after this, it will come back to the main screen here. So that means that the application is installed. Okay, as you can see, you have Dolly Bar here installed on our URL, learnwithmrweb.com. And now we can access our website simply by clicking on this link, or you can type the web address directly in your web browser. Either way is the same. So from here, simply enter your credentials. So basically username and password, and click login. Okay, so the very first step here is to set up our company or organization. So all we have to do is click on this link here. And as you can see, all you have to do is basically fill in your details. So you have your company details, so site, address, zip code, country, etc. So I'll do that very quickly now. So there you go, perhaps something like this, you know, and then scroll down the page. Here it's very important. You have to fill out all these details. As you can see here, the manager name. So I'm just going to put my name here, okay? As an example again. And you have the data protection officer. So I'm just going to put John Doe. Maybe you have someone responsible of this in your company. And here the capital. So let's say 1.5 million of initial investment. And then business entity, professional ID, and so on. So if you have maybe some sort of accreditation or something like this, you can fill this out here. And then you have the VAT number. So that's very important for taxation purposes. It's going to calculate the taxes for us automatically based on where your customers are and the type of service you provide. Okay, so I'm just going to put a VAT number. Very good. And then scroll down the page and here enter the starting month of your fiscal year. So if it's a company, it's usually when it was incorporated, and if it's a business name, when it was registered. So basically select any of those. So let's say maybe October. Okay, scroll down the page here, make sure you select either of those. Do you use taxes or not? If you use tax registered, select this one, obviously, Scroll down the page and click save. And now we can enter our opening hours. So maybe it's your working hours, depending if you have physical premises or not. So let's do this quickly. So perhaps something like this, it's just a value. So just text, type whatever it is here. Okay, so save. Very good. And now we go to accountant. And as you can see, this section is only if you have an external accountant or bookkeeper. So if you have one in-house, don't use this feature here, obviously. If you're using an external accountant, a third-party accountant, or bookkeeper, enter the details here. And then finally, we have social networks, because every business is connected online nowadays. So you can see you have Facebook, GitHub, Instagram, LinkedIn, and so on and so on. So just fill in your details here, click save. And that's basically it for the initial setup. So now we go back to our dashboard, and as you can see, step 2 is to select our modules and applications. And this is where everything becomes really, really exciting. I'm going to show you this. This is absolutely amazing. So click on this link here. And as you can see here, you can select among all these different options. So you have everything related to human resources management, so HR, you have customer relationship management, so CRM, you have vendor relationship management as well. Financial modules, so that's basically everything related to accounting or treasury. As you can see, salaries, taxes, bank, loans, all of that is built in. You can enable any of those features and make use of them. Okay, so you have the product management as well, project and also collaborative work. As you can see, project and leads, event organization, event and agendas and resources. So this is, again, like I said, a full solution. We have ECM as well, we have multi-module tools, and that's basically it. You can even have a complete website in the front end integrated directly with everything here. And obviously you have interface with external systems, so you can also link that to third-party systems like PayPal, for instance, if you have a receipt printer, maybe depending on the type of business that you have, okay? And everything that's related to the system. So if you go back to the top now, feel free to install any of them. So what I'm going to do now is install a few just to show you how it works. So let's start with the human resources here. So let's say you have a company or business that has a human resource department, or maybe it's just you as the owner of the company. You want to make use of this, maybe just to make sure that you have everything under control, okay? So as you can see, I have the user group here, members, leave request management. So if they want to go on holiday or something like this, you can manage all of this immediately all under one roof. All you have to do if you want to use them is use the toggle switch here. As you can see, this is already enabled, okay? If you want this one, click on it. Do the same with this one. Do the same with this one, and this one. And there you go. Now we've added that to our system. So now we have HR installed. Now, do you want to use a customer relationship management? Maybe you already have one that you're using, or maybe you want to use this one and integrate that in our full solution here. So what you can do, basically, as you can see, you have all these different departments. So you have sales orders, proposals, third parties, shipment, or do we have contracts and subscriptions and so on. You even have a ticketing system and all that. So if you want to make use of any of those features, again, just use the toggle switch, okay? So I'm going to enable here proposals, sales orders, maybe contract subscriptions, shipments, tickets, and maybe we have a knowledge based as well. And that's basically it. Maybe I don't use partnership and third parties. Scroll down the page. Are you using VRM, so vendor relationship management? So what's that about? Well, it's usually another word for this is procurement, to control cost, reduce risk, and also improve service. So if you want to do this, again, enable this just using those toggle switches, okay? So let's enable all of them. And then we have everything related to accounting. So this is a full accounting system, okay? So as you can see, you can create your invoices, take care of your taxes, run all the salaries and pay slips, your banks, you can link that to your banks as well, loans, payments, and so on and so on. So here, I suppose you might want to have everything all at once, except maybe the simplified version here. So you have all the options basically, okay? So if I enable this, this is the full complete accounting system. Now, depending where you're based and how you run your accounting, you might need double entry, which is usually the most common method here, just to make sure everything is up to scratch. And I would highly recommend you do so, but now maybe you don't use it. Again, like I said, it depends where you are, you know. So we have product management as well. So here again, depending on the type of industry you're in and your type of business, you might need this or not. As you can see, you have services, stock, bills of material. If you're in construction, maybe, you know, or an architect or something like this, you might need some of these. So let's say we're going to enable this just to show you how it works as well afterwards. Okay, so let's enable these. And then here we have project. So obviously here you have multiple employees in a company. You want to be able to talk to each other and not miss out on deadlines and opportunities. So you might want to enable this as well. And you have event and agendas here as well. Again, this is really up to you. Some of them are already enabled because they are linked to other modules we installed up here, okay? So here, let's enable all of them again, just as an example, you know? So here with electronic content management. Now, if you're not too sure about what this is quite new to me, electronic content management. I've never encountered that before. If you don't know, just click on the small info bubble here, and that's your description. So this is basically automatic organization of your generated and stored documents. Share them when you need. So I think this might be a helpful tool as well. So we might need to enable that as well, okay? So here you have multi-module tools. So do you run a business that multi-currency? If this is the case, enable this. Are you using barcodes and QR codes in your business? If this is the case, enable this. And as you can see, there's so many of them here. If you use tags and categories, maybe WYSIWYG, so what you see is what you get editor, I would highly recommend enable this one as well. And everything else, feel free to enable whatever is necessary to run your business, obviously, you know. So right here we have website and other front applications. So here you can create your own website in the front end if you wanted to. If this is the case, enable this. And you can also have a point of sale. So POS, take POS. So here, if you have a touchscreen point of sale, for retail and all of that, you might want to enable this as well, okay? And just for the sake of this, we're going to create a website as well. So enable this, okay? Very good. So let's scroll down the page. And here, as you can see, you have Stripe, PayPal. So if you want to enable any of them, just enable this as well again. And like we said, if you have a point of sale and also barcode, you most likely need a receipt printer as well. You most likely have one as well. So you might want to enable this, you know. And I think we have about all the features that we need. That's basically it. That's us done, okay? So now we can have a quick look. As you can see right on top here, you have all these different sections that were added, okay? So now if you go back to the top, we can go back to our dashboard. And right here, as you can see, we have a quick overview of everything that's happening on our website. So I have the global views, agenda, project, and even bank account, how many tickets are opened, how many people are on leave, etc., etc. So this, like I said, it's a very, very comprehensive solution. So right here on top, as you can see, I have all these different tabs. Now I'm going to zoom out a little bit just to show you. As you can see, depending on the resolution of the screen, you might be able to see them all. So this is members, this is third parties, product and services, MRP, project, commerce, billing and payment, cash and bank, account, HRM, document, agenda, tickets, tools, and website and point of sale. So that's basically all the different sections that we added now, okay? And then now you can start configuring your website and actually run your business using this tool. Okay, so first, normally you should add your employees, you know. So if you go to the HR department here, as you can see, you have your new employee and list of employees. So all you have to do is click on new employee and enter the title, last name, first name, etc., etc. So this is pretty self-explanatory, you know. Just go through all the steps here. As you can see, average hourly hour, average daily rate, salary, worked hours per week, and so on and so on. And then you can create the user. So right here by the side, we have the skills, job profile, employee positions, evaluations, and skill comparison. Again, this is from a HR point of view, so you might want to use this as well. Just underneath, you have leave. So basically, you know exactly, if you click on list here, and then you have balance of leave as well, you will know exactly how many paid vacations have been released and what's left as well per employee. So you know at every given moment what's what, okay? And then you have your expenses report here. So all the payments, so this is all the wages and all the pay slips that will be going out of the your company, okay? And then after that, you'll have to set up your accounts, obviously, you know. So click on this section here. And right here, as you can see, you have to follow all these different steps. So you have to set up your accounting journals. you have to set up your chart of account models and also all the chart of account from start to finish. So if you click on this, you will see by default, I think this is for France, but you can select your own. As you can see, you have different ones here, okay? Different offered. So you have Germany, Austria, US, Canada, and so on, Luxembourg, you know. You have Great Britain, as I think I saw, you have England plan. As if you click on this, basically you can select your country and then change and load. And there you go. Now we have everything in English and also related to the country with the account numbers. So as you can see here, the parents account. So basically everything that's related to capital is 100, you know, stock 106, shareholders 109, etc., etc. So everything here, this is based on UK model, and the same here in Ireland. We use the same set of accounts, obviously, you know. Now again, like I said, if you're based in the US, you can select United States. Right here, you have Canada as well, Austria, France, Germany, Romania, and so on and so on. So select your country basically, and you'll have this here. So this is the most important step, obviously, you know. Go back to your setup. Once you have this done, proceed with all the others. Now I cannot go through all the steps with you, obviously. I would highly recommend you ask your accountant to help you with this, or perhaps send them the link and they can do that for you perhaps, okay? So this is step number 2. So clearly after that, you want to make sure you get paid, so you have to take care of your money, and this is in the bank section. So here you can add any financial institution you want. All you have to do is click on the plus sign here, and there you go. You put the reference and the name, etc., etc. So you're going to add your different banks. So as you can see, you have IBAN number, SWIFT code, and all that. So take the time to fill this out, because you can use this as well on your invoicing system, and all the information will be fetched automatically, so you don't have to type everything each and every time. Now, as you can see, this is just for cash account, savings account, or current account, obviously, you know. Now, if you want to use PayPal and Stripe, like we said, you have to go back home here, go to your setup, and then display all the modules and applications. And remember, we enabled them, so scroll down the page and find PayPal or Stripe. So basically for this, all you have to do is enter your API credentials. So if you click on PayPal as an example here, you have to enter your API username, API password, and API signature, and you can easily find those details when you log into your PayPal account. And if you wanted to do so with Stripe as well, you can do that as well, obviously, you know. So go back here, as we say in your applications, click on the small gear here, and basically this is the same thing. So you have the publishable key, the secret key. So as you can see, start by PK and SK, and then a long string of number. And again, you find all of these once you log into your Stripe account, okay? So basically, if you go to your Stripe account, here on top, you have developer. Click on this, it will bring you to this page, and then go to API keys. And as you can see, you can enable test mode or live mode. So this is test mode. So this is the publishable key and secret key. And this is the real mode, live mode, sorry. So this is publishable key and secret key. So just copy and paste this right here in those fields, and then save, and that's basically it, okay? So this is how you can set up Stripe. So the next step, obviously, you have to create your product and services. So you go to products here, as you can see, new products, new services, maybe different warehouses, maybe different locations. You can create the shipping charges as well, and new reception. So basically you create your new product or services, so you create them here. And then after this, you can start billing your customers. So for this, we go to billing. And this is where you will have all your invoices. So customer invoice, your vendor invoice, billable orders, donations, taxes, salaries, loans. So basically everything that's related to finances will be recorded here. And then obviously it's not always invoicing. You might have to send a quote or proposal. In this case, you go to commerce here. And as you can see, these are all your commercial propositions, sales orders, vendor proposals, and purchase orders. So basically you start with a proposition, which will be turned into an order if it's accepted, okay? So this is basically how this works. And if you are in a retail environment, or maybe you have a restaurant, maybe you need a point of sale, obviously. So if you click on this, as you can see, we open up in your new tab. So I've just created one product here, as you can see, flat white coffee, and you can also add whatever you want manually here. You know, you can add a new one, you can have a percentage discount, set your payments as well, split sale, and so on and so on. So this is fully customizable, by the way. You know, you can change everything around, including the currency, as you can see, and build specific customers right from here. So again, this is a very handy feature, and you can have more than one. As you can see, this is terminal 1, but maybe you have 5 or 6 different point of sale, in which case you can have them basically loaded on every screen, on every checkout point, or whatever it is, you know. So again, this is a very handy feature. And then after this, we have the website. So the website, you can create your own website, which will display in the front end. And the beauty of this system is that you can link any of those modules and applications directly to your website. So you could have maybe all the memberships, maybe all your customers, all your products will be attached to it. And also if you have a ticketing system, you can include that immediately on your site as well and receive this in the backend all at once. So to create a website, all you have to do is click on the plus sign here, and this is the name of the website. As you can see, this could be my portal or mywebsite.com, whatever it is, so you know what it is. So I'm just going to put mrweb.tv here. Make sure it's all in one word, okay? And then select your language if you have a different language. Maybe type your description as well, and then create. Very good. As you can see, this is our website. So this has been created, and now we can create our different pages. So click on the plus sign, and then here you can add or create a page from scratch, or you can basically fetch this from an external URL. So let's create this from scratch, okay? So what is this? It's a page. Yes, it is a page. And then what page is it? Empty page. So you can see in bold letters, these are the required fields basically, okay? So you have the title. I'm just going to put homepage, okay? And then here you have the alias. So this should be created automatically. So here you have everything related to tags and categories, if you have different categories, and also your keywords. This is for SEO purposes. Right there you have the HTML header code, so you can insert any HTML code here, maybe like your analytics, Google Analytics or something like this. And after that, all you have to do is create, okay? Very good. So we have our page created now, and now you can edit the HTML source code. So basically this is what it looks like, you know. So obviously this is more for advanced users than anything else. Now you can create a page as well, and as you can see, you can create the page here from a template. So right here we have an empty page, but we can also select with dynamic content. So this would be most important, maybe for the ticketing system or something like this, you know. Scroll down the page, create your page. So this is what it looks like at the moment. As you can see, you have all the PHP code here that you need to add manually. So if you go to edit HTML code, as you can see, my website title, this is an example of dynamic content, So if you go back here, this is exactly what it looks like, you know. So this is your rough HTML code right here. And then you can add all the different sections yourself. So how does this work? Well, you can always refer back to the documentation right here. So as you can see, you have all the different sections. And for the website, you can click on this. And right there, you have website. And if you scroll down the page, let me see, where is it? You have all the different options. As you can see, this is to add a container. So you're going to use this and obviously put the ID of your container right here. If you scroll down, you have all these different variables and tags you can use for dynamic content, get property of your company. As you can see, my company name, and so on and so on. So this is basically all the different options you can use to build your page and call dynamic content, obviously, you know. So I'll refer back to this documentation again, like I said. And this is basically the main principle. Again, this is more for advanced users, I understand. Now it's just to show you what's feasible with this solution. So as you can see, you can create your own website. Now, if you don't need the website feature, you can disable that and use everything else regardless. And like we mentioned, as you can see, this is a very comprehensive solution indeed, especially it's only $2.99. As you can see, this is a very comprehensive solution with all the modules and applications you'll ever need to run your business. Now you don't have to use them all at once. Like I showed you, you can select specific ones based on your business model and how you run your operations. As always, I'll leave all the links in the description below. Now feel free to drop us a line in the comment section if you'd like us to cover any subject you have in mind. Could be any type of website, or maybe a solution like this one, ERP solution, or maybe a CRM, or whatever it is really. Leave a comment below and we'll do our best to cover that with an open source solution. Now, if you'd like to watch another video, I'll just let YouTube decide which one is the best one for you right here.